No.
Your first appearance. First of many. Your little sister?
Baby sister.
Yeah, my water broke at 1 in the morning. And then my labor didn't start, like I didn't get any contractions. And so they said that I could just stay home till morning, or until they started, which they never really did. So we got to St. Joe's at 9:30. So then at 1 we started Pitocin. It probably took like 45 minutes for them to get real strong. Then they got real strong after about an hour. But then my midwife, since I had signed the paperwork or whatever for a water birth, I didn't write a birth plan or anything, but she was like, so she saw that and thought that I was much more determined to have a water birth than I really was. There's like a gigantic tub it's huge. So in my room it's just like a regular bathtub. But so then like when my labor was starting, she's like, well, let's go look at the tub so you can keep your eyes on the goal and everything, you know, and she was like super encouraging about it. And I was like, oh, she doesn't know that I'm not really committed to this. So I was like, okay, like, be excited about a water birth. She thinks I can do it. Maybe I can, you know? And so then when I was in my little tub laboring, like I kept thinking like, oh, this is really painful, or like whatever, or, okay, maybe I should get an epidural now. I was like, Emily would want to hear that. Just think positive thoughts, like Emily would want you to. And so she's really the only reason I ended up with a water birth. So then, yeah, in the tub, I think I got to like a 5 or 6 when she checked me, but then they got stronger, and she must have noticed because she said, oh, you sound a little bit different. Are these harder? And I was like, yeah. And so then she had me get out, and they started filling up the big tub, and then they checked, and I was like an 8-9. And so then they like were wheeling me, like I swear they were sprinting to the big tub. I was like, do we have to do this during a contraction? And oh, they must be like ready to have a baby. Like I still wasn't quite, I still thought like, oh, I could have a long time to go, you know, but I was in the tub for less than half an hour. I had her, I think I pushed for like 15 minutes. But then when she was born, she had the cord wrapped really tightly around her neck. Because what they do is like, I delivered on hands and knees in the tub, and then they like pass her through your legs to me. So like they pass her through my legs, I grab her and I bring her up. And so as I was bringing her up, she was like, the cord. So I just like held her out to her, and I held her while she unwrapped the cord. But then she still wasn't really responding, so they had to take her and give her oxygen. It was scary. Because they like hit the call button or whatever and asked for more nurses to come in, and then pretty soon my midwife was like yelling into it like, get in here. And so I was like I didn't know anything was really wrong until she started doing that, and there's a lot of people in there, and they gave her some oxygen, I think just with the hand blood. But then she turned out to be fine, but it was quite a while before they told me. I kept asking, and nobody would say anything. But I'm like, they're not calling, I was also saying, like, they're not calling code blue, and like they're not rushing her out. And Scott was standing there, and nobody was like totally freaking out, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's okay. Well, they had her on me still for quite a while to try and get her to perk up, and she like almost did, but then she, like, I think she like made like a real small noise. I was really not very motivated to do a natural birth. I figured I'd get the epidural, but I'd signed the paperwork for a water birth just in case. I wanted to get as far as see how far I could go. That was pretty intense. That was not really my cup of tea, but then I'd say within an hour I was like, yeah, that was better.